Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Jay Prince responds to Cam'ron and Mase's opinion during their commentary on their hit sports podcast, It Is What It Is. All right, Shakur Stevenson had a victory this past weekend, and we must give him a round of applause because that's Newark and New York's favorite. Let's go. All right? We're going to give him applause. Come on, I'm in Newark every day. You know what it is. Shakur, you representing, big bro. Now, I want to say this. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm going to break this down. I want to have a direct conversation with the OG, Jay Prince, from another OG. All right? Don't matter where I'm from, this is just OG to OG because sometimes we need to hear it from somebody else so we know what time it is. Let's get this intro started. All right? All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm getting ready to do this joint now. We're going to start this joint up. And, this is Jay Prince. He responded to Cam'ron and Mase. I wanted to play his response and Cam'ron's response. And then I'm going to do my reaction to it. And this is out of no disrespect. So I want you rat bastards to just stay in your lane right now and let grown folks talk. That's all I'm asking. You rat bastards, stay in your lane and let grown folks talk. So you trolls and all that fall back. We ain't on none of that right here. All right, let's go. Let's do this.
Jay Prince has a message for both of y'all with your comments after what you guys had to say about Shakur. He said, numbers don't lie, haters do. Let their haters say that he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. As you can see, there's proof that he has the #1 ratings in any fight on ESPN this year, the top 3 ratings since 2022. And to all of you haters who want to escalate that hate outside of the ring, I'm Shakur's manager and I handle all his business outside of the ring. In other words, Cam and Mase, I will fade all his shots and take all bets.
Yeah, hey, chill, killer. I got this one. I got this one.
All right, go ahead.
I got this one. You gonna take all his fades and take all his shots and you handle everything out the ring? All right. So then we talking to you then, all right? We starting with you. Since you the big homie, we starting with you. That's how it goes around here. I want to just start off by saying you are so, lacking self-awareness. Like, when you give such a lackluster performance and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place. Like, art is subjective, right? So if art is subjective and I don't like something, you can't really get mad at us because we don't like something. And you're standing there with two Hall of Fame boxers that are constantly letting their hands go. So I think is crazy that Andre Ward let his hands go. Terrence Crawford definitely let his hands go. And then you walk out with these boxers and you don't tell the next guy to let his hands go. This is a lapse of judgment. And I'm going to tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real. All that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Mase, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if I got a little, like the dudes that raised me, if I was out of pocket, they would tell me I'm out of pocket. They wouldn't let me put them on a crash out mission. They would say, yo, Mase, listen. Around here, We don't send niggas to do nothing for us. We don't pay niggas to handle our problems. You got to put in your own work around here, Lord, man. That's what you were supposed to tell them. You can't go out here and talk crazy and then send me on a mission. Nah, this is where the game got messed up when young niggas started sending old niggas out. And just because this little ignorant nigga got a few dollars, he make all of you that's supposed to be real run after his mission. This is a problem, Jay Prince. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you're 60 years old and you trying to be a street nigga, you failed. You failed.
All right, so that's what Cam'ron had to say, right? That's what Cam'ron had to say, and this is what I got to say about that, right? Now, first of all, before I even begin, let's give Shakur Stevenson a round of applause because he deserved it for the victory, first of all. You know what I mean? We're going to give him a round of applause for the victory, you know? So let's get that straight, right? Now, Jay Prince, right? Jay Prince is the big OG in Texas and well respected by many, including me, myself, and I. Let me say that. I respect Jay Prince 100%. I was in Texas back in the day with the Gully Posse and the Shower Posse. I ain't got to go no further. Me, I Jamaican, so you know what time it is. So let's stop the foolery. Now, Jay Prince, we respect you. Family, right? We're 60 years old. It's a different time. We didn't want to hear it from our elders, and that was because they didn't know how to talk to us. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're speaking two different languages when we go to different generational gaps. You understand? Just so you understand, right? Just like we didn't want to, we didn't want to hear it from them, the youth don't want to hear it from us. That's where I'm going with that. None of us wanted to hear it because at that age, we think we know everything. We're trying to find ourselves and we being who we know we are, and we're going to find our way. And that's what Mase Cam'ron is doing. They're not little homies. We don't have little homies in New York. We got homies in New York. New York got all kinds of kingpins and all kinds of OGs. I'm not the only OG, so I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking for unique Mecca audio. We got D Nice in Brooklyn. We got D Nice over in Queens. Lou Sims, over in Harlem. You know what I mean? Ferris over in Harlem. We got, Peter Shue, over in the Bronx. And that's what make New York. We're all homies and we're all our big homies for where we at. Just like Mase and them. They was our little homies when they was younger. Whether they respected us or not, that's them, because in New York, we all our own men. So they didn't have to respect us as far as big homie, because we wasn't looking for a title. Titles is irrelevant. A woman could tell you that she's your woman, and at the same time, she telling another man that. You understand? And she talking to two dudes, and now all of a sudden, you think that, you know what I mean? You her main dude, but you both her main dudes, and you're both her big homies. And that's where we at. Now, right? Family, we're 60 years old, Jay Prince. I'm 60. I was born May 8, 1964. You know what I mean? I don't know your exact birthday, but I give you the utmost respect. We old Studebakers. You remember the Studebakers. Those was the cars that was made out of steel. You know what I mean? Solid steel. Let's get it right. You know what I mean? Nowadays, cars are made out of fiberglass because they're trying to save money and they playing with different little things to make it work. But, we cut from a different cloth. So we can't expect, the new generation that came after us to run behind us because they their own men. Cam'ron and Mase, they their own men. They're OGs to the youngins under them. So you can't talk to them like they're little niggas or they're not OGs and I'm their OG and you their OG. No, in New York, we all our own individual men. Let's get that straight. Now, so like I said, we're both 60. We from a different time. We don't want to hear it, we didn't want to hear it from our elders, none of that. At our age and level in the game, there is no reason for us to interject in the youngins' business. And that's not a disrespect that I'm trying to give you. This is OG to OG, so any one of these fake bloggers, gunshots, I don't know if my gunshots is working, gunshots to the fake bloggers that want to say something about that. You know what I mean? That's where we at. At our level in the game, right? We don't need to interject in these young people business because you signed Shakur Stevenson because you know he's a man from Newark, and Newark get the utmost respect up here on the East Coast, the same as, you know, New York and Baltimore and Philly and Virginia and North Carolina. We all get the respect, and that's what it is. So let's get that straight, right? So at our age and level in the game, there is no reason for us to interject in the youngest business. Like I said, I love you, big bro. I love you. And I'm even calling you big bro so you know where we at. And we the same age. You know what I mean? We from the same era. Like I said, I was in Texas. I know your name, you know what I mean? And I know who you are, and you get nothing but respect. I think you done beat like 12 felonies, brother. You beat 12 felonies, and I got caught up for the CCE and wound up spending 26 years in federal prison. You understand? Now, I lost, and you won. And you deserve the utmost respect for winning. Anytime a black man beats the government, when we do what we do to survive because we got our own rules, our own agenda, you understand? I applaud that. You won, big brother. You know what I mean? I did 26 years in federal prison. I come home after 26 years, and here I go coming home after 26 years, and now the world has changed. You know what I mean? We got these youngins out here that was our little homies to us. But in their minds, like Mase said, they was their own man. And that's how New York is. And that's a lot of the things, because, you know, we like to ride over here. That's a lot of the things that go on with New York that a lot of people used to say that in New York there was too many chiefs and, you know, not enough Indians. That's because we was bred as chiefs. Mase Cam'ron was bred as chiefs. So you can't talk to them like little niggas. We don't do that up here. And that's not a disrespect to you. Every geographical location is different. Let me give you one, Jay Prince, because you favor my man Bernard Goins out of Chicago, Big B. I'm in 80X Supermax, right? This is in 1996. I'm in 80X, Big B there. I used to get a bunch of mail. I couldn't read them. I'd take them out to the yard over in 80X Supermax, locked in 23 hours a day, and I looked for this 1 hour a day where B could read my letters to me because I couldn't read, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I couldn't read or write in 96, but I did get my GED on January 12th, 1998. So I did my thing. At that time, you was out there living your life. We looked up to you. While we was doing life plus 20 with no chance of parole, Big B had life and got it knocked down doing his own case to 25 years. That's how we was fighting when you was out there doing your thing, and we cheered you on, and we still cheer you on, and we still respect you. But big bro, no disrespect. I watched some of the joints that you put up. You say like you the last one. No, you're not the last one. You one of the last ones. Because we still, like I said, we got the Booby from the Booby Boys. We got JR from Chicago. We got Kaz and C-Dog, you know what I mean, from California. We got Lou Sims, Farris from Harlem. We got Peter Shue from the Bronx. We got Chicken Rob from the Bronx. We got Crusader Rob from the Bronx. We got D Nice from Brooklyn. And we got Big D from Queens. We got a whole bunch. Everybody is a chief, my brother. So don't, you know, get out of that mindset, because before the Honorable Donald Trump, and I'm saying it, before the Honorable Donald Trump came in and freed us, you probably was the last. But now we're coming home. Now we're here. Now we all men, and we all looking out for each other, and we all trying to do something for the youth. You did exactly what we trying to do, so you get your props. So this is not to disrespect you. I know you started the boxing and all that down there in Texas, and you gave back to Texas. You did everything right, but you can't cross the line and talk to growing men like Cam'ron and Mase and other brothers from other cities. Like if, you know, and you said a statement that I saw in the video today where you say how you hang people in Texas. Please, big bro, it's not cool to shoot shots because we 60. You know we don't do that. You know we don't do that, big bro. You didn't need to talk about who you hang or what you don't hang, no disrespect. So we don't need the rat bastards getting involved in this conversation that I'm having directly with you. The little homies, as you call them, are the big homies to the generation under them. You might see them as a little homie, but they're big homies to their generation. And that's why when I came home, my man Bootsy was my little homie. And I came home and I started calling him big homie. And he's like, damn, that feel funny you calling me big homie because you the big homie. I said, no, big bro, I was gone for 26 years. While I was gone for 26 years, you don't learn this social media, this music game, this entertainment game, and you took it to the next level. So right now, you know more than me, so you my big homie. And I'll even say this, Jay Prince, I'm your little homie. If you want to get caught up on titles. Because you was out here for the last 30 years that I was locked up. So right now, you know more than me about all this. I pray that all this that you're doing is for publicity because I know you're a businessman. I respect your business mind. So I hope this was just for the, to promote, Shakur Stevenson and to promote, Rap A Lot and, Mob Ties. Everything you got because you deserve the world. Because you beat the system. And we love you for it. We respect you for it. So don't think we don't. Don't let these little social media groupies get on here and try and tell you that you need to ignite something with any other state. Not just New York, with any state. Because right now, we have the greatest election of our time coming up. And I know you know this, Jay Prince, because you is a bad mother effer. So you know what's going on with this big election coming up between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And you know they fighting for our votes. So we don't need to be fighting with each other. We need to come together and unite. New York, Texas, California, Chicago, Detroit, Miami, North Carolina. We got to come together as black people and stop separating because we don't own anything. At any given time, they could come in and take it all from us. They came in, Jay Prince, when I had millions and broke me down to nothing, where I come home to nothing. I'm trying to get a movie deal done. My number on the screen, there go my pitch to you. You want to say that the little homie from New York, Unique Mecca Audio pitch for you to sponsor the movie? Say whatever you want to say. I don't have a complex, my brother. I just want you to know that we need you. I'm asking you, and I'm telling you, I need you to work with me to help communicate to these youth that we are elders, man. We're grandfathers. Some of us even great-grandfathers at our 60-year-old age. So let's stop it, man. Unite these young brothers. Like Cam'ron said, he don't even want to dish you. I mean, Mase said he don't even want to dish you. And I'm definitely not going to dish you because I respect your gangster. But when you cross the line and get involved in the other players on your chessboard, you know what I mean? I have to say something. And I'm not talking to you as no big homie. I'm just talking to you as OG to OG, big bro. You know what I mean? You got a board, right? Let's ride. You know, we like to ride at the Mecca. You got a chessboard, right? If the king is sitting back with the queen chilling, which you do because you deserve to chill after all the work you put in. People gonna question what work you put in. I don't have a question for it because I know who you are and you get the utmost respect from me. I'm not a social media gangster. I'm not chasing views. I'm just talking so the youngins understand and know how us elders talk. My number is gonna flash up on the screen. If you wanna call me, please call me and we discuss whatever you want to discuss. But this is not to make no fake ass YouTube back and forth videos because I'm telling you that you're the big homie. You know what I mean? Out there in Texas. You get that. You know what I mean? But up here in New York, DC, there is no homies. No big homies. We all big homies. You know what I mean? We're just men. You know what I mean? And each man is like, with the 5% is how we got gods. You know what I mean? Everybody's a god of their cipher. That's their man, woman, and child. That's their sun, moon, and stars. Those are gods. You understand? So we are our own big homies, like we have our own gods that govern our cipher. And that's it. So please, this the East Coast. No disrespect, you probably didn't know. Because let me ride back to Big B, man. Let me ride back to Big B. Show you how I didn't know. I'm in ADX. I get the letters. They come out there, the big joint over there where they had a big beef with the California MA and the Texas MA over there in every USP in the penitentiary in 96. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, my Serenos and, you know what I mean? And you know, and Texas Syndicate and, you know what I mean? And California MA and Mexican MA. You know what I'm talking about. This was when it was on site, where every time they opened the door, a body drop. This was in 1996. You was doing your thing, brother. We looked up to you. When that happened, they locked us down at ADX that didn't have nothing to do with it because the shot callers was in ADX, as they call it. So being that the shot callers was in ADX, we doing our thing, they lock us down. And when they lock us down, after about 2 weeks, they let us out. I go to the yard, I bring a whole stack of letters out. Nigga, this time, you know when you go to prison, you might not have been there yet, but if you did, you know what I'm talking about, Jay Prince. I didn't really look into your history, but I know your street history because I was in Texas back in the day. Now, you had a stack of men like this, I bring it out to my man B, and as soon as I see him, I say, damn, I missed you, bitch ass nigga. And I'm smiling. I'm happy I'm seeing my man. But he looking at it like, damn, and his face tightened up. And I'm like, damn, and yo, come on, son, let's go. Come on, read the letter. I got some new girls. I got some pictures. Yo, I got a couple of girls to give you. And he's sitting there like, and I said, yo, what's up? And, you know, he read a couple of letters, but he wasn't really in it like he's normally in it. And I'm sitting, I'm like, damn, come on, nigga, what's up? So before we left, he respected me enough to pull me aside and say, Unique. Because I got locked up in 93, and this is 96, right? End of 93, when I got locked up. And Big B said to me, he said, Unique, you from New York. I'm from Chicago. Men don't call each other bitch-ass niggas. Men don't call each other bitches. But that was the thing we were doing when they had Bitches Ain't Nothing But Hoes and Tricks with Snoop Dogg and them, because I got locked up when Snoop Dogg's first album came out. So you know when I got locked up and didn't come out till 2020. You know what I mean? So I didn't take it no way. So I'm trying to explain to him like, my nigga, I'm saying it with a smile. You already know it's all love. I just miss you. Come on, dog. And I'm throwing him a couple of jabs and he a big dude, like 6'6", you know what I mean? And like 280 solid, dude, 20 pull-ups in a clip. And he's sitting there and he's just looking at me. And he said, Unique, we don't do that where I come from. It's a difference in our geographical location. And that was my first lesson in that. So that's why I'm letting you know, Jay Prince, no disrespect. I'm letting you know that where we come from, you know, it's a different geographical, you know, communicational line and verbiage. And we don't talk to the younger people like little homies. Those days is dead, because the same little homies you talking about is now the big homies for the generation under them. I know little dudes that's in their 20s, and they consider this big homies, and they running their set in their 20s. And they running their set. So I can't go talk to them like they're little niggas. We don't do that. No disrespect, you didn't know, so that's why I'm explaining to you OG to OG with the utmost respect. You know what I mean? So, you know, Jay Prince, this is the utmost respect to you, man. Let's just keep this thing writing, and I want you to really understand how we look at it in New York and how these young brothers, you know, took what you said to the heart. But I give Cam'ron and Mase the utmost respect because I watched their response to you, and they refrain their words, and for, you know, and they even let you know they don't want to disrespect you. You know what I mean? But if you disrespect them, then what do you expect them to do? The same as if they disrespect you, or if I came up here saying something foul, then I would expect you to respond back saying something foul, because we fight with whatever tools or weapons that our opponents bring to the table. You know what I mean? And they told you they want to respect you. No, we all respect you. But when you jump in these young people's business, Jay Prince, maybe you're not around any other OGs because, you know, from what you have said out your mouth, not saying nothing for you, what you said out your mouth is that you're the last one. So if you really believe that you're the last OG on this earth or in the United States to even narrow it down, you know what I mean? Something is wrong, brother. Something is wrong. I'm not the last OG. I'm one of the last OGs. You one of the last OGs. Lou Sims is one of the last OGs. Chicken Rob is one of the last OGs. Farris is one of the last OGs. Peter Shue, Booby from the Booby Boys, JR from Chicago, you know, Kaz and Sea-Dog. I could keep going. Kenny Speed from Virginia. I could keep going all day, but I want you to know that, big bro, you can't talk to these youngins like they beneath you or they're less than you. They might be younger than you and they might not experience what me and you experienced at our 60 years because they're young enough to be our children, but they're still men. They're still men and we must respect them as men, just so you understand, right? You see, you don't see a boss, you know, let me see how to say this, right? Let me say this. I got to give him his props. You're doing an excellent job down there in the South, Jay. I'm proud of you, and everybody in the hoods is proud of you. But when you jump out there, these young dudes, then it leaves room for them to play these games. Like I hear them saying, oh, you don't jump out there with the West Coast dude when this one say that and that one say that, and you didn't get involved with Drake, and Drake is a part of your bag, and Drake is also messing up your bag. I mean, Kendrick Lamar messing up your bag going at Drake, but you don't say nothing to Drake. And that's not to shoot you a shot. I'm just letting you know that because you did the right thing. That's between your soldiers. Let your soldiers fight their own war, my brother. A king don't jump out there and go fighting with a bishop or knight. Because that's why you chose that bishop or knight, because you know they can handle anything that come their way because you know they are battle tested. They're battle tested, so let them fight their own fight. Shakur Stevenson is from Newark. Newark back in the day. Listen, let me ride. I'm gonna ride with you. I'm gonna ride with you, Jay Prince. I was locked up out in Jersey, out in Trenton, right? Southern State, Leesburg, you know, all that. You know what I mean? Went through Yardsville. I'm talking about back in the early 80s. I've been doing time, so you understand. We had boxing gyms in every prison, and every prison we went in that they had a boxing gym, they had a boxing team, and the best boxers, I'm going to let it be known, didn't come out of New York. When it's not a disrespect to New York, I just keep it 100. They came out of Newark and Philly. And my people that did time back in the days know, Philly and Newark was a boxing town. And I give them their props. But that don't take nothing away from New York, that they was a boxing town. We went to a crack town, and they stayed with boxing. And that's why what you did over there in Texas when you started the boxing league, I give that the utmost round of applause, big bro. They deserve that. You deserve that. You did that. You get your props for that. So Shakur Stevenson, he won the fight. Cam'ron and Mase, they gave their opinion. They said they felt he was boring. That's their opinion. Everyone has one. Just like a set of lips. So you can't go fighting with the brothers when they voice their opinion when you got the Europeans that's also saying the same thing or worse or something else about, you know, your fighters, but you don't offer them to put the gloves on and threaten them to fight, but you do that to your brother? Yo, Jay Prince, I love you, man. And I respect you with all my heart. You don't lose no points in my book. You know, but you got in your mind that you're the last of the OGs. See, back in the day, we used to sit at the table, right, Jay? And you know this. When we had an issue, right? Let's say, you know, a dude from 114th Street worker got into it with a dude from 160th Street, you know? Before it escalated, the OG from 114th and the OG from 160th, they would talk and find out what happened and hear both sides and then decide where they go from there. They don't jump out there and start arguing with the soldier from another block without confronting the OG. Now, Cam'ron and Mase, they don't have no OGs. They their own OG. You, Jay Prince, you could have picked up the phone and called anybody and said, man, get these two young dudes on the phone so I could talk to them. And you could have handled it that way. And that would have been proper. What you're doing is proper too, if you're just doing it for, you know, your marketing and promotion, because that's how the social media work. So if that's what it is, please let us know what it is. You know what I mean? But you still and will always get the utmost respect from me. But once you said that you felt you were the last OG, that let me know right there that you don't really have the communication that you need with other gods or other OGs, you know what I mean, to come together collectively to be able to build, to keep us grounded and sharp on what our official rules are. And our official rules that I know you know and I know is a part of your rule, the OGs don't go fighting with the hustlers on the block. Cam'ron is hustling. Mase is hustling. Unique Mecca Audio is hustling. Shakur Stevenson is hustling. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather is hustling. We all hustling. But you don't go argue with those brothers. You are OG. You are OG. Whatever you say could spark and ignite a whole war. You are OG. So many people follow you that you don't even know that you could spark a whole war. And I know that's not what you into, because you helping the blacks down there in Texas from the different things that you was giving back to your community. So I respect that. I'm aware of that. And I'm stamping that. But the words you say could start a war. The quickest way to start a war is from your tongue. Remember that. A sword or a pistol don't move on its own. It moves because of the tongue. Let's take control of our tongues, big brother. OG to OG. No disrespect, whatever. And I'm going to say that if you feel anything I said is a disrespect, I'm going to apologize now. Because none of this for views and none of this to disrespect you. You're the OG. You're the big OG. For Texas, you running your thing. But up here in New York, DC, Philly, up in our area, we all OGs, my dude. I've been going 30 years. I've been going 30 years. From 1993 to 2020, that was 26 and a half years I did, just so you understand. But now that I'm out here, while I was gone for the 26 years, you became a mogul, and I'm proud of you. And at the same time, Mase sold 5 million records. Cam'ron did his thing, played, the paid in full movie, made his music that was banging. Oh boy, oh boy. You know what I mean? They did their thing. They're legends too. But we talking about 30 years. Don't get stuck like if, and no disrespect when I said that, don't get stuck like if 30 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? It's what's happening now. Because a lot of the dudes that's OGs now, that I've met on the streets from moving around on the streets, because I'm getting ready to go out on the street when I'm done doing this video, wasn't even born when I went to prison. And I come home and they OGs. And a lot of my comrades, they say they're OG at 22. Because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're going through. They're OGs for whatever field or league they're running in, just so you understand. So let's stop it, man. Let's unite our people. The biggest election of our time is coming up. Jay Prince, you know about this. At some point, we got to pick a side when it comes to politics and move forward and see who has our agenda. I'm not picking no side. I'm just saying, you know what time it is. It's no more 1980, 1990, 2000 when you say, I ain't voting because my vote don't count anyway. And in the meantime, they making all these new laws to lock up our people. Look what they doing with the moguls. And I pray to God that they don't get you like they trying to do. They just got I've got it for an SA case and an R case. They vilifying Diddy. They working on getting Jay-Z next. They done shut down Kanye West's Apple Card when he got a couple of $1 billion. He couldn't even use his Apple Card. Family, don't get caught up in this social media entertainment world, because when they ready, they could come snatch it right from under you like they snatched it from under me. So that's my message to you. I love everything you're doing. I respect what you're doing. But, man, and I'm not telling you, I'm going to tell you what I would do, what I do. I stay in my lane. I don't cross over in these young dudes' lane. I introduced Jim Jones the other day, and I never once asked him about the airport thing, about, you know what I mean, this incident that they say on YouTube, that incident say on YouTube, because I wasn't here and I don't know. So I'm not going to get involved and step into a lane that had nothing to do with me. Jim Jones gave me an excellent interview that so many people call me because I'm so gangster with it. I went out and got an iPhone. And I put my number up on the screen, and you're welcome to use it as well if you just want another OG to talk to, because this is out of nothing but respect. I put my number on the screen. It's getting ready to come up. People call me, and they tell me that they're catching my message. People that said that they hated Trump said now they understand, because I let them know Barack Obama got in office as our first black president. It's not to disrespect Barack Obama. I'm just telling you the facts of my life. Barack Obama got in the office, and everybody thought he was going to be like the Abe Lincoln for the blacks. He even built like Abe Lincoln. So we thought he was going to free the blacks. He got in there and didn't do nothing but try to get what they call bipartisan support before he freed his brothers. He tried to get the Republicans and the Democrats to sit together when they ain't never sat together. And he let out maybe 2,000 people. Then the Honorable Donald Trump came in, and he said, screw the Republicans, screw the Democrats. I'm going to sign this crime bill to get these blacks out, because everybody already admitted that, you know, they buried them with these draconian times, you know, for non-violent drug offenses. You know what I mean? Because we just caught for selling drugs. I'm selling 25 keys a day. You from the old school. I ain't got to get into your business, but you already know 25 keys a day is nothing. Nothing. But these new social media dudes, because while me and my comrades been gone, all they heard about dudes selling was an ounce, 1 ounce, 2 ounce. So when a dude say he sold 25 keys, their head blow off. I went on Vlad TV and talked about seeing certain people, you know what I mean, doing certain things and things like that. And they bugged out like nobody was freebasing, like that wasn't for the rich. You know who was freebasing, Jay Prince. You know the big star was freebasing, because that's how these young dudes talk about Molly Percocets. That was freebase during our time. But you say you saw them, you know what I mean, freebasing, and they bug out. Because 40 years from now, when they say they saw, you know, such and such high on Percocets and Molly, you're going to have one of their fans, after they done cleaned them up and try to change the narratives, say, no, they didn't, no, they didn't. They're human. Jay, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling now because I just really want you to, you know, understand where I'm coming from, big bro. This is not a disrespect, but, you know, Cam and Mase, they own men. They got a commentary just like the Europeans got a commentary. You're not threatening the Europeans to put on gloves for saying something against Shakur. And you're not threatening the Europeans, you know what I mean, Shakur, to bring out no weapons. You know what I mean? Against them. We don't do that. We blacks, we come together. No need to continue killing each other. I know Jay Prince know this, and I know Shakur know this because he's from Newark. Newark breeds gangsters, man. Newark breeds gangsters, man. In the federal system, they hold their own. Just like Texas own their own. But ain't nobody from Texas in the prison, you know, gonna go to nobody, you know, from Newark or from New York and talk to him like he know little homie. Because there's men in there. And anybody could push that steel. And out here, anybody could bust that gun, and that's what we don't want to happen. And the words that you choose to say could have your supporters want to feel they need to take it to that level. Because you know the new generation love busting their guns. You know what I mean? Way more than us. You know what I mean? And the people from Cam'ron and Mase's thing may feel the same way. And we don't want to have it where Jay Prince can't come to New York with Jay Prince Jr. and Drake and, you know what I mean? And Nicki Minaj and everybody, and just have a good time. And we want to party and see your brand, because you did a great job. We love what you did. I love what you did. Forget what anybody else want to hear about. I love what you did, and I'm proud of you. But I'm very, very disappointed that, you would go to social media as an OG Studebaker, you know what I mean? To go banging, whether verbally or keyboardy, whatever you want to call it, with these youngins. We don't do that, big brother. You know we don't do that. If I did that and you talk to me like this, I wouldn't take it as disrespect. I say, man, I respect that dude, man. All the way from Texas, you know, letting me know that, yo, you know, I'm slipping. You know you sleep. Yo, you the boss, man. You the boss, Jay Prince. These youngins looked up to you like you a mystery figure. You know what I mean? They looked up to you like bigger than life. But when you get involved in their beef, that diminishes who you are. And I want you to keep that bravado up there, man. Because you from my generation. You representing us 60s, baby. Yeah, us 60s, baby. You representing us. So don't go down to the 70s and 80s, babies, and want to argue and get involved in their business. Family, no disrespect. I stay in my lane. I'm respectfully reminding you that that's what us OGs do. We stay in our lane. You got the bag. You put the bag up for Shakur to fight. He fought. He won. That was a celebration. Whoever had anything to say about it, that wasn't supposed to bother you because you won and you got the bag. Whether they feel that he was boring or whatever, that's their opinion. You didn't need to respond as a king, my brother. And this is OG to OG. They try and hold my algorithm down, but come here on the East Coast. Ask about me on the East Coast and they'll tell you who I am. So that's why you probably don't know who's talking to you. But do your research, my brother. My brother Peter Khalif Hall. I'm connected to the Kemba Smith case. They asked me to tell on my brother after my brother got killed. Came and showed me pictures of my brother with his brains blowed out while I was handcuffed and shackled to the table. And they laughing at me, telling me the nigga's dead. My mother got tied up, kidnapped, pistol whipped, and tortured to find out where the bag was. And when she got free, she never called the police. She called me. Because you know how we do at 60s babies. And the police didn't get involved in none of that. And when I got locked up after my brother's dead, they said, we just want to know what happened because you sold too much drugs. Just tell us, you know, where you was getting the drugs from, and you could put it on your brother, and we'll give you immunity and let you go. Said never. They said, but he's dead. What is it going to hurt? We just want to know what happened. He's dead. You're not telling. Said, nah, it's still telling. Said, how is it when he's dead, he's not going to serve time? I said, because right now he's going to rest in peace as my mama's son that didn't get a federal, convicted for a federal charge. She only got one son that got caught by the feds, and that was me, and I'm aware of mine. So I'm not going to bring her other son into this dead or alive. Because if you bring a dead man in it, you're pulling the Band-Aid off. Now they're children. Now my brother's children, my nieces and nephew is going to look at their father differently from me exposing whatever it is that he allegedly did. So I would never tell on my brother even though he's dead. And I don't have a problem with those that do. Because these rat bastards on social media try and stir up anything. I don't care who told on who. If they can sleep with themselves at night, that's all that matter. I sleep with myself good at night. If I go out tonight and get a bullet in my head, I'm going to die an honorable man. Without any blemishes or question marks on my jacket. My brother dead. He took my crimes to the grave. Now I'm waiting for my transformation so I can take his crimes to the grave. So don't think that when I'm saying that I wouldn't tell on dead body, I'm shooting nobody, no shot. I don't do that. People get trying to mix it up to play these games. We're not into that. We're not into that. Me and my man 10 Toes Down gonna do a joint on that. You know what I mean? Because that's one that I respect because he does what they call hold people accountable. So I'm going to do something with 10 Toes Down where I'm going to let him interview me. I want 10 Toes Down to interview me. You know what I mean? That's what I want because that's one of us. He's one of the homies that watched me growing up, so you understand. And I never looked at him and called him no little homie. And not because he's physically bigger than me and buffed up. You know what I mean? But he's from my block up the hill where I used to, one of the blocks I hustled at, up there on Broadway. But just like when Vlad asked me to go do his interview, I told him I'm not going to have you interview me because if you say something crazy, I'm going to go in your mouth. I don't know what you did with these other dudes, but if you say something crazy, I'm going in your mouth. So we're going to take me off the interview list because we're going to tear up every camera in here if you ask me some police ass shit. My man Cavario relayed the message and said, yo, you'll let me do the interview? I said, I'll let you do the interview any day because you one of us. You one of us. But I'm not going to let an outsider and a European get involved in my joint and have them ask me nothing disrespectful because they don't know it's disrespectful. Because at the end of the day, it's still disrespectful. Big B gave me a pass because he respected me for calling him a bitch-ass nigga. And that was out of love. What I thought was love. He knew it wasn't a disrespect. But he tolerated that for me because he knew it wasn't disrespect. But if a European asks me some disrespectful crap like that, I'm going in his mouth. And he better hope I ain't got nothing to go. Let's just leave it there. You know what I mean? Just so you fully understand, man. That's where we at. Jay Prince, we love you, man. You know, what I see from OG to OG, my phone number's on the screen, 917-680-9091. If it's something I said that was wrong, offensive, or whatever, feel free to call me. We don't need, I'm not trying to get you on my show. We don't need to do none of that. I'm just letting you know that the times have changed and we elders and their elders too. The younger generations, not just Cam and Mase, the younger generations, even the ones before them, they got their own set of OGs. My man Bootsy over at Street Knowledge Podcast, I came home, he kept calling me Big Homie. And I call him Big Homie. He said, man, it feel awkward you calling me Big Homie. I said, family, you did your thing for the little 26 years I was gone. You got these youngins looking up to you. You are their big homie. So now you're officially a big homie like me. So you're my equal. We're not going to look at when 30 years ago when I went to prison, when I was your big homie, you just coming to me for work. Now I'm going to come to you for work. That work is that knowledge on how to work this industry. Because you got these dudes. Let me say this, man. We got you moguls, you big OG millionaires. No disrespect to nobody. And then you see real OGs that stood tall. Like I said, I'll say the same names again. You know what I mean? We got Peter Shue. We got Farris. You know what I mean? We even got my man Carlos. We just gonna say for the Bronx. You understand what I'm saying? We got Lou Sims. You know what I mean? We got Booby from the Booby Boys. We got real life gangsters, man, from that era. No disrespect. If I was out here the whole time that you've been out here and accumulated the status and the wealth you got, I would reach out to people of my generation to help them get on and get back on their feet, and it don't matter what geographical or state location they from. Because we all black. You help one, he blow, he help you and help you go to the next level. And then he helps somebody else and help you and that person go to the next level. And that's how we blow. But instead, there's a cap on us as black people, because when we get in power, we forget about those below us. I've been on here long enough. Cop the book of Ruin Harlem, man. I could talk all night about this, because this is passionate to me. Jay Prince, we love you, big bro. We respect you. And this is your congratulations, because, you know, Shakur won the fight. Regardless how anybody feel about it, they entitled to feel that way about it, big bro. They entitled to feel that way. But that's not a disrespect for them to feel that dude is boring. People think what I'm saying is boring. They think what I'm saying is whack. You think I'm going to go up here and argue with everybody on YouTube? Come on, dog. We OGs. We don't do that. People in the comments is going to respond when somebody says something stupid and check them for me. Just like we're going to defend you if they say something against you, because we know that you are an OG from down south and you run in Texas with an iron fist. But the threats and all of that, big dog, you know you don't do that. You know we don't do that. You know we don't do that, family. You know the 60s, baby, we don't make no, you know, hanging and all that. Come on, dog. You a boss. And you're a damn good boss. But every once in a while, we just need, you know, another boss to talk to us, to, you know, to pull our coat when, you know, we start to go a little sideways. Because I go sideways too, and you might have to call me and pull my coat. And that's all I'm saying, big bro. I respect you to the fullest, man. All right? Let's tap out right now, man. I've been on. Matter of fact, I feel like playing some more of this video, and I'm going to just tap out, let the rest of this Cam'ron and them joint play out.
I'm telling you,
you know what went on.
And I stand. My name is Mase. I stand by this message.
All right, let's go.
See,
that's the murder unit.
That's what I'm talking about with you right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's.
I'm gonna take me off and let you enjoy Cam and Mase.
You can't be 60 years old still trying to be a street nigga killer.
I know they just don't know you like that. they don't know you like that. I know. I think real quick though. I think Jay Prince, he said it. He said it.
I just want to play a little bit to just show some love on all sides. Jay Prince, we love you, man.
But I take the bet.
You definitely the OG down there, and we definitely respect you as such. So we ain't gonna say nothing less than, man, congratulations on the fight. Congratulations on your success. For 26 years, I laid in federal prison while you stood out here and represented for men like me. Because I look at it like,
he was like, you know, y'all getting together good. So I don't even know why he would come at me with that energy.
And I'm ecstatic that you beat the 12 felonies as you should. I feel really disrespected by him doing it. Every black man should beat the government.
Like that, and I'm not one of them.
Well, let me ask you a couple questions.
Let me end with that.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. Baby horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours.